SteamaCo is a registered company in Kenya. It's working with the rural towns and installing power, making people see light at night where there was darkness.
Something we often forget is that most of the world does not have access to modern energy services that we take for granted. If you look at satellite imagery of the world at night, very few areas are actually lit up.
A microgrid is a small power system that is generated from a central position and serving a fewer number of people. We take the power to the households, but we use also a remote system in which to monitor the power use. Our office uses the computers with the software that helps us to identify our customers, identify the time that they are buying the power, identify the use of the power. When their money is gone, the power goes off.
People in rural parts of Kenya buy their energy typically in small units. People will buy kilowatt hours of electricity using their mobile phones, using the ubiquitous mobile phone payment mechanism of M-Pesa.
M-Pesa system is a phone account where somebody deposits money. It's like a bank, so that we use cashless service, which is very convenient to everybody. We are able to get it straight away, and at the same time we will access the power straight away.
Rembo is an island in Lake Victoria with about 10,000 people living on it, so as you can imagine it's an incredibly dense place. It exists essentially because of the fish. People are fishing huge amounts of Nile perch from the very abundant fish stocks around the island. So a lot of money is flowing into the island, and this supports a lot of tertiary businesses. It also means it's an incredibly unsustainable place. So everything is transported to the island. All of the fuel to run the fishing boats, all of the fuel to run the generators, all of it is transported to the islands. Now this means two things. It means their power supply is relatively insecure, relying as it does on these regular boat deliveries. It also means their power sources are relatively expensive. So again, by offering power that is created locally, using the abundant wind and sun on this equatorial island, you're providing people with a lot more energy security, and you're able to provide them with much cheaper and more affordable electricity.
So I've just arrived in Rembo Island for the second phase of our connecting people up, the customers up. And as soon as I arrive, I see we have a generator operating here. You can probably hear it in the background. Now this generator is running a kinyozi. He's very keen to be one of our next customers, so we're going to hopefully connect him up tomorrow. It's quite ironic that this is exactly the kind of thing that we're looking to replace. This is what we need to replace it.
Before I get power from SS Energy, I get power from generator. This was a bit expensive. This power is very important for us because we don't use more money. We use a little, but the power is here from morning to morning, 24 hours.
As income increases, people increase businesses. My vision for SteamaCo is to have a system that goes beyond the just private sector alone.
The services that we are talking about here and that we are offering is relevant to these 2 billion people around the planet that don't have access to electricity. That's 500 million people in Africa, 36 million people in Kenya alone. It's a huge number of people that could benefit from these services.